Hey, I'm the cat toy lady. So today I am making a toy that we've seen in all the pet stores, but it's a big go-to because cats love it. It's the scratcher bed. And for today it has a theme, Valentines. We are going to make a heart-shaped scratcher bed. And I am going to be using the scratchers that I get from the dollar store, the little scratching pads. I'm going to use 4 of them. I'm making it a little bit bigger because I do have a 17-pound baby girl and she needs some space. And you can use the same technique to make other shapes other than just a heart. So you may not need all 4 pieces depending on the size of your cat too. And I'm sure we all have plenty of these. It's an Amazon box. I went for the biggest one I could get. That way I won't have to cut as much. Tools that I'm using today, I have a pencil and a bright colored marker. I have a cutting knife, scissors, my hot glue, and some ruler. And you can do this using regular paper and just tape it together, or if you happen to have a big paper that's the same size or bigger than the scratchers, that works too, kind of like I have here. I have 2 sheets so I can make a heart-shaped template. That way I know when I'm cutting out the heart, it's going to be the right shape. You know, you don't want a wonky looking heart. So let's get started. I'm going to take 2 of the scratching pads and just put them side by side along the edge of one of my pieces of paper, just so I can kind of mark what the dimensions are that I'm starting with, so I know not to go bigger than that for the heart. Now I'm just going to sketch half of a heart. Like that. So now I'm going to stack both pieces of paper and cut out that heart, just so I can actually see the heart and make sure it looks just right. That looks like a good shape to me. So I'm going to use this as my stencil to be able to cut out the heart. But first, I have to be able to glue the pieces all together. Go ahead and take them out of the box. Now I have all 4 pieces out of their boxes, and I'm just going to lay them down side by side and then glue them together. So I'm just going to run a big blob of glue down the middle. And then while it's lying flat, just press it together. Just hold it for about 30 seconds till it cools off. Now we're going to run glue down another piece. And you can use hot glue or the low temp glue. Either one will work for this. Last piece, and I'm going to run glue down it too. Now I'm going to take the template and just set it down in the middle, making sure everything lines up. There we go. Now outline it. This is going to end up being on the bottom section, so no one's going to see your outline of where to cut. There we go. Now cut it out. It's perfect. So what this bed needs now is a side to it. We all know that cats love to be cuddled and held, and they like to kind of sit inside of something. So that's what we're going to do next with that Amazon box. So I picked a big box, that way I could have nice long strips to be able to work with instead of lots of little ones. If you want to work with lots of little strips and just use a small box to be able to make the edges, go for it. For me, I'm going to make it a little easier. I'm going to cut 2-inch strips going all the way down. I want to give the heart a nice firm edge to it. So I want about 4 layers of edge going all the way around of cardboard. I've got my 6 pieces cut to start with. Now I'm just going to run some glue along the edge And I'm not going to do very long pieces to start with. I'm just going to tuck this in and press firmly so it stays in place. So just like that. And then we are just going to run some more glue along. This time a little bit bigger of a section. Set it down so everything stays flat. And then press and hold it until it cools completely. And if you have a baby that you think will like taller edges, go ahead and make it 3 or 4 inches. It's up to you. I just know my big baby kind of likes to melt out of things a little, so this will be perfect for her. All right, now we're going to run some more glue. Make sure you pull it nice and tight. That way it bonds together very well. Now I'm going to add more glue up here. Remember, pulling it tight helps keep it in place. And I don't think I said it, but just in case, the part that we trace on, I did put on the bottom. Now I'm going to grab another piece. And I'm going to start gluing it right where we left off. Now let's continue wrapping it. Now the spot right here where the 2 pieces meet, I am going to put glue in between there to make them bond. And just press them together. Now instead of putting glue all on the bottom, I am going to run it in the very middle. And you can kind of smear it around as you like. And just run glue all the way around. Do be careful not to get a paper cut. Paper cuts from cardboard suck. And to add another piece, just gluing it on just the same. Now continue wrapping it around 4 times. Okay, so to be able to finish this off, I'm just going to measure where I need to cut and just give it a trim and glue the last down. And to jazz it up a little, you can cover it in whatever you'd like to stay away from things that have glitter or strings. I'm just going to use some construction paper and glue around the edge. Just give it a little bit of festive-ness. So there we go. We have our Valentine's present for our kitty. And you can even buy wrapping paper that's Valentine's themed if you want it for a little bit more detail on the edges. But I guarantee your cat is going to love this scratching bed. And don't forget to check out some of my other toy videos. You could actually make this into a gift basket for your cat, full of Valentine's presents that you made with love. And I know you love your cat, and maybe you love me, so hit that subscribe button. Now go make your cat some toys.